Hi friends, I'm Smita and welcome to my channel Divine Vibrations. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are here to do a very unique reading, a very important reading that I felt called to do. We are going through an intense phase at this time. A lot of planets are retrograde, pushing us to go deep within and look at ourselves. What lessons that we need to learn, what are the soul lessons that we need to learn, what is blocking us, what are our shadows, why we have come here on this earth currently, what is the challenge that we are facing, and how do we need to learn those lessons to end those cycles and get out of those repeating cycles and patterns of our life. So, this will be a pick a card reading. We have three options here. This is beautiful hematite is the pile one. Then we have this beautiful heart of rose quartz, which is pile two. And we have this selenite tower, which is pile three. So you can pause the video. I will also put a picture of these options and keep your hands on your heart. Tune into your intuition. Take a deep breath and see which pile you are guided to, what the universe wants to tell you and speak to you, and you can choose that pile. Remember, these are timeless readings, so you can come back anytime to this reading and check out another pile, or whenever you find this reading, that's when the lessons are meant for you. So let's get into pile one first. All those who chose the hematite, this reading is for you. So let us see first, what lesson does the universe want you to learn at this time? Our lessons keep changing as per the times, I remember in my life, there were different stages where I had to learn different lessons. So every stage of our life brings a new lesson to us. So let's see currently. Okay. So this card wanted to fall out, so we will take this card, the Five of Swords. So the lesson you have come to learn here, pile one, is about playing mind games, fighting for the heck of it, just to for your ego to keep your status high, and you hurt others just so that you feel better. Out of your stubbornness, out of your ego, you are creating fights, you are not backing out, you are unnecessarily creating ego tussles in your relationships, you are not allowing other people to express themselves or to you have snatched away their swords, so you have not given them even the power to fight you equally. You have been in unequal fights, you have played mind games, and even though you have the Three of Swords, even after winning, remember the Three of Swords is the card where the heart has the three swords inside. So even after you winning from these people, ultimately you are losing those people. So you may win the battle, but you will lose the war. You will lose people who loved you. You will lose people who were your friends. You will lose people who cared for you and would fight for you, who would love you and take care of you. But out of your ego, out of your drama, out of your need to be a winner at all times, a need to put someone else down, a need to prove yourself right, a need to have the last word out. You have been losing a lot of relationships and a lot of people in your life and bringing a lot of sadness, isolation, loneliness for your own self. So let us see, what cycles have you been repeating? What difficult cycles have you been repeating? And we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a very picky, nitpicky energy who is very slow to move forward. You have been very slow to decide. You have always wasted time in making a decision. You have not given this pentacle to anybody. You have never given of yourself to others. You have always moved very slow, were over cautious, over careful, over protective of your own heart. Look at the armor he's wearing. So he's overprotective of himself. He has covered his horse as well as himself in armor. When he's going to give this pentacle, you have to go with an open heart, with an open mind, and you have to be naked in your truth. But he has always covered himself. He has never exposed himself to the other person. That's why these mental fights, always protecting himself, always looking out that he should not be hurt, even at the cost of others, even at the cost of making others feel miserable. And that's the reason you have not been winning people in your life. You have not been having good relationships in your life. You have not been progressing forward. And that's why you have only one pentacle here. You don't have many. You have not become the king because you are very immature. You are overprotective of yourself. The more we give, the more we receive. The more you open your heart, the more love you give people, the more acceptance and the more acknowledgement, more respect you give out others, the more you will receive in return. And that abundance comes to you in all forms, in the form of love, money, wealth, opportunities, everything. But if you're going to do this and keep wearing this armor of fear that these people will hurt you, you will never move forward. You will never gain abundance also in your life. This is what is blocking you from receiving abundance in your life as well. So let us see what shadow aspects of yours are causing more blocks in your life. What shadow aspects are causing so many blocks in your life? What is causing these? This can also be very self-defeating patterns because you played these games and these people dropped their swords and walked off because they don't want to fight with you because you are having an unfair fight with three swords. They had only one each and you have been hurting them. You have landed with three swords and hurt and pain. So you may be having a very negative self talk towards yourself that, see, I knew they would hurt me. I knew they would leave me. I knew they would go away. I knew they were never the right person. I knew they were never going to be with me. So that is your self defeating talk that you give yourself, but you don't see that you are wearing this armor. You are not giving anything to them. You have snatched their swords. You have not given them a fair fight or a fair chance, but you play the victim instead. So, this has been your pattern, your cycle that you have been repeating. Check it out. So, what shadow is affecting you at this time? And we have Masiya, exaggerated belief that you are the only means through which a cause can succeed. Wow. So, in your life, there may be some situation where you feel you are the only person who can do that work. You are the only person who can achieve something. You're the only person who needs to take care of everything. You're the only person that has all the burdens of this life. You're the only person who will do everything. But remember, your great grandfathers also thought the same thing, right? Many great leaders and many great people think that. But once they die, the world goes on, right? Life goes on. Nobody dies for anybody. And no work stops because of anybody. Today you are there, you are doing the work. Tomorrow, if you die tomorrow, someone else will come and do that work. Work doesn't stop. So stop having this exaggerated self importance in your life that because of me all this work is being done and without me nothing will be done. Who will take care of the people in my life? Who will take care of my family? Who will take care of my children? Who will take care of my relationships? That's all BS. Everyone can take care of themselves without you. So stop living in this Masaya feeling that, oh, I have to be the savior of everybody. I am the savior. I have to keep everyone happy. I have to save these people, I have to provide for these people, I have to do this for these people, and that's why I can't do anything for myself. I have to be the sacrificial goat. I have to sacrifice my wishes and happiness for others because I am a Messiah. I only give, I don't receive. And you have this guilt feeling to receive also. And that's the reason you block yourself. You are unable to receive also because you can't give, you can't receive also. You can only give from this high horse. You can't give at an equal level. When it comes to equal level, you snatch away. You come with three swords when other person has only one. So you are used to being on this high horse and then give your pentacle. But relationships don't work like that. You have to be an equal in relationships, right? Nobody wants to be a beggar in front of you. Nobody wants to receive breadcrumbs from you as charity, your time, effort, money, love, whatever it is that they're receiving from you. So that's the reason people will walk off. They will not want to be in a relationship that is not equal. There's no equal give and take. There's no equal openness. There's no equal fight also. When the fight is there, that time also it's not equal. So that's the reason you may be having problem with your relationships. Let's see one more shadow that is coming out. We have detective, voyeurism, falsifying information. So this could be for yourself also. Like I said here, the negative self-talk. Or it could be that you tell yourself wrong stories. You try to be the Messiah. You're telling yourself you're a Messiah. You're telling yourself that these people left because they were bad. Instead of looking at your own shadows, your own ego, your own avoidant personality. This is a very strong case of attachment avoidant personality. A person who wants to attach but is very avoidant, who will not give anything of themselves, who want others to love them without loving them back in return. Without they do want to love people, but they don't know how to give love. They can't speak their emotions. They can't act out their emotions. They will never give anything. They will only try to take from the other person. And relationships don't last long because of that. And those false stories they tell themselves. They will spy on the people, find the wrong. They're always looking for the bad in others. They're always looking for the shortcomings in others. They're always looking for the negative in others and then making it so big and then breaking the relationship. So let us see what lessons you have learned so far in your life. And we have King, enlightened, benevolent leadership benefiting those in your chart. So you have learned to take leadership role. We have the knight and now we got the king, and I just said that you need to move from the knight to the king. So you are learning to be the king now. You are learning. You are gaining wisdom. You are gaining enlightenment. Maybe you went through a very dark cycle here, and that has given you some soul searching. You went through the dark night of the soul, and now you have learned to be take the leadership role. And this is king is again the very similar to this Messiah energy. You are very benevolent, you help others, you want to give others, you want others to benefit, but you need to bring a balance between overgiving and others and not giving yourself. What I'm strongly getting is some way I feel that you try to bring importance in your life. You feel self important by giving to others, and then others call you good because you're doing for them. That sort of feeds your ego or feeds your self worth, and that's the reason you keep giving, you keep doing things for others, you keep helping others while not helping yourself, while not being able to draw boundaries for yourself, while not bothering about your own happiness, your own working on your own self worth, self esteem, self love. Look at where you need to draw that boundary. So, what other lessons have you learned so far? And we have priest, facilitates spiritual commitments, serves as a channel for spiritual energy. So, somewhere I feel you have connected to spirituality, you are helping people learn about spirituality, you are working on your own spiritual growth, you are showing people what is right and wrong, You are learning what is right and wrong spiritually, and you are helping others also by channeling messages for them, by telling them, showing them the spiritual side of life, which is a very good thing. It shows that you are connecting to your higher self, you are connecting to your leadership role, you are learning about yourself, and then you are helping others also. Beautiful energy. So let's see. There are so many planets retrograde at this time. So let's see which planet is blocking you. Which planet is currently blocking you? And we have Mercury. How you think, communicate, write, talk, and travel. Mercury is going retrograde on 27th of September, and we are in the shadow phase of that retrograde. So somewhere I feel you have a problem with communicating your needs, your desires, your emotions, your wants, your truth to people. Somewhere communication is a big issue for you. Your throat chakra may be blocked. So work on your throat chakra. Do meditations for your throat chakra or listen to the throat chakra Beej mantra. Sorry, I just when I said this, my throat got blocked. So someone of you has a really blocked throat chakra. Sorry for that. I had to drink some water, but I feel some of you have a really blocked throat chakra. Please work on it, meditate on it, chant the beach mantra for the throat chakra. Focus on the blue color that will help you. Or learn to write and speak your truth. Start small, speak in small places, but also learn to speak with love and compassion, kindness. Remember, speaking your truth is important, but also speaking it with kindness and compassion is more important. So, maybe these are the lessons you are learning. This is what is emphasized currently in your life, how to communicate, how to speak your truth, and how to speak your truth with kindness and compassion. You can do the mantra Om Buddhaya Nama to strengthen your Mercury and throat chakra. Let's see which planet is assisting you at this time. What benefits are you getting from which planet is benefiting you at this time? And you have Uranus, your potential for sudden change, enlightenment, and awakening. Uranus is the planet of sudden changes, enlightenment, and awakening. Uranus is the lord of Aquarius, and Aquarius is all about sudden changes, things behaving out of the box, doing things out of the normal, learning new lessons, bringing a drastic change, sudden movement, sudden change. You may just decide to get up and leave your job one day, or leave a house, or leave a relationship, or move out of a relationship, or whatever. So it will help you make those sudden changes that you need, and it will also help you gain the enlightenment regarding what path you should take, where you're making mistakes, what you need to learn. It will help you in your awakening. And we all are going through a lot of awakening process. This is a time of ascension. The earth energy is, you can say, graduating, moving to a higher level, and we all need to make up to that, right? So let's see how the universe is supporting you at this time. How are the angels supporting you at this time? And we have Archangel Raphael. The healing angel is with you, supporting your healing work. Wow. So you are doing a lot of inner child healing, inner healing, soul healing at this time, throat healing, throat chakra healing, and the angels are supporting you with that healing process. So angels are all around you, supporting you. So don't forget to ask for help when you need it. If you're confused, if you're feeling challenged, you don't know what to do, you don't know what to say, ask the angels, they will help you. Let's get one more card to see how the angels are supporting you at this time. How are the angels supporting you at this time? And we have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. Wow. And this is Uranus energy, birthing a new age, creating something new. And this is the healing wheel of healing. When you heal and you let go of your toxic behaviors, you let go of your toxic patterns and your toxic relationships, toxic cycles, when you are able to end that, then you make space for new, healthier you. You make space for a new, healthier relationships, new, healthier future, abundance. You make space for all those things. So the universe with this Uranus and this birthing energy is helping you create this change in your life to heal your toxic behaviors, to heal the cycles and patterns, the traumas, pains, hurts that you're carrying from maybe past lives and maybe from your childhood. Inner child healing is required. And it's nothing wrong or nothing bad to have toxic behaviors. It all comes as a coping mechanism or a self protective mechanism to protect ourselves from hurt, pain, that we may have felt in our childhood or our past lives. Nothing bad with that. So forgive yourself if you have been toxic in certain ways till now, or you have had toxic behaviors. You see that now, you recognize, okay, I did this wrong, I have done these mistakes. We all realize it sometime or the other. And there's nothing to feel ashamed of it. We all do that. We all go through that. We need to accept it and forgive ourselves for it. We didn't know any better, right? When we were stuck in those cycles, we were stuck in that programming. Now we are able to see it, rise above it. Forgive yourself first and then ask forgiveness to the person whom you have hurt in the process, all the people whom you have hurt in the process. Ask forgiveness and clear that karma so that it doesn't affect your future. So let us see what the outcome will be for you after this healing. What will be the outcome of this healing for you? The answers you need are coming. The full moon in Gemini. So maybe a Gemini may be important to you, or the full moon of Gemini may be important to you. A resolution may come during the full moon in Gemini. It may depend, vary for each one of you. Remember, these are general readings. The answers you seek are coming. The future you seek are coming. Maybe you are confused. You don't know what to do, how to do. You will soon receive all those answers. The universe will show you. Meditate so that you can get all the answers in your meditation. The universe speaks to us in our meditations and through our intuition, right? Let's get one last card to see what else the universe wants to tell us about your future energy. And we have Journey by Moonlight, Believe in Magic. Wow. So the universe is assuring you that you will have a lot of magic in your life. You will have a lot of beautiful things happening in your life. Believe in the magic. Trust in the future. Trust that good things will happen to you. Let go of all this toxicity. Clear yourself. Heal yourself. And then you will open yourself to bring magic into your life. Beautiful energy. How beautiful is that? I'm so happy for you, Group 1. I hope this reading resonated with you. If it did, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much for taking your time to be here. Take care. Bye bye. Hello, Group 2, all those who chose this beautiful pink rose quartz heart. This is the reading for you. So let's see what lessons you have come to learn here on this planet at this time. What lessons you need to learn at this time. What soul lessons you need to learn at this time. What soul lessons you need to learn at this time. And we got the Five of Wands. What I'm getting here, Group 2, is that somewhere you have been very conflicted in your life, or maybe you are in a situation which is very conflicted. There are a lot of people around you who are arguing or fighting with you or creating some blockages or challenges to you, and you're not being able to fend them off. You're having a problem dealing with all of them. There are many problems that come to you at the same time, and that is when you find it very difficult to deal with all the problems at once. It overwhelms you, it makes you feel helpless, hopeless. That is what I'm getting. Remember, these people are not trying to hurt you. If they did, they would have had swords if they were trying to kill you or hurt you. They have sticks. So they are just practicing, they are making you strong. They are not actually trying to hurt you or kill you. Similarly, our problems come to make us strong, to teach us a lesson, to help us deal peacefully, calmly with those problems, to look at things as they are and not make them bigger than what they are, not to get overwhelmed by too many things, to cut the clutter in our lives. So that I feel is the lesson that you need to learn at this time. So let's see what cycles you have been repeating in your life. And we have Ace of Pentacles. Wow. The connection is so obvious that I'm getting here. Somewhere I feel that you start things too quickly. Maybe you're too impulsive and too quick to start things in your life, new projects. Anyone comes with a good idea to you and you get very excited and you go ahead and do it. Or you see a new dress and you buy it immediately. You see a new house and you want to have it. You see a new car or a gadget and you want to buy it. And you have been starting too many things in your life, but you have not completed them, or you have not been able to handle all those things together. That has created a lot of clutter in your life. You have more clothes than you need, you have more gadgets than you can use, you have more vehicles than you can afford, and you have more things around you than you can manage. You don't have the time, and there are too many things in your life that you need to see, and that overwhelms you, and that makes you feel helpless and hopeless. So you need to cut the clutter out of your life, just like I felt with this. You have too many things that drain your energy, that drain your time, and you don't have the time for good things in your life. You don't have time to spend with the people you love. You don't have the time to spend to do your hobbies or to learn something new. You are constantly just dealing with one problem after another because you have created so many problems in your life because you love to start but you don't take it to the end, or you don't think before starting whether you really need it in your life or no. You just get excited very impulsively. You just begin any new thing that comes into your life, and that creates a lot of burden on your heart, on your mind, and your pocket probably. You need to learn to declutter and stop getting into the first good thing that comes into your life. Stop getting attracted to every damn thing that is said to you or shown to you. Only keep what is needed and throw the rest out of your life. Trust me, I have been in this state, and I realized the mess it was creating to my mind, to my heart, to my health, and I've cut everything off, decluttered completely, become a minimalistic, keep only what is needed, and my life is so peaceful, so sorted, and so happy. So, see where in your life you need to declutter. Let's see what shadows are blocking you at this time. What are the shadows that are blocking you at this time? And you have slave, giving your willpower to an external authority out of fear of making your own choices. So, somewhere, maybe the people around you, your family, your friends, they push you into these new things which maybe you don't want also sometimes, or you are not interested also sometimes, but they want to do it and you go along with them because you're scared to say no. You're scared to say no, I don't like this, or I don't feel it's worthy, or I don't feel I don't have the time, attention, and energy to do it. You just go with them, you pamper them, you say yes to them because you're scared to hurt them, you're scared to offend them, and you're also scared to make your own choices. Because if you say no, this is not right, and suppose someone else makes money on it, on that project, you will be look stupid. Or if you jump into a project and it fails, then also you will look stupid. So that makes you a slave. You want someone else to make the decisions for you. You want someone else to always, whether it's in relationships or in projects or work or job or buying or selling of things, you don't trust your own self. You don't trust your own intuition. You don't trust your own choices. You always scared that you will make a mistake. But we learn through our mistakes, right? Maybe we made bad choices in the past. Maybe we made mistakes in the past, but we have learned and grown through that, right? So it's okay to make mistakes and stop giving away your power to someone else. When we give away our power to other people, then we feel powerless and helpless and hopeless, just like this. And then we always surrounded by people who are badgering us with those sticks. So you need to take your power back and make your own life choices. Choose what you want to keep, choose what you have to let go. Don't let others decide how your life should be, what your life should be, how you should live your life, what choices you should make, whom you should marry, which job you should do, which business you should do. Don't let others decide that. Trust your intuition and take your own decisions. So let's see what other shadow is blocking you at this time. And we have networker. Conveys information only for personal gain, spreads fear or falsehood. So maybe you are all speaking always lies, you are always conveying misinformation to others so that you can use it for your own personal gains. Like some people say, "Oh, I don't have money. I'm I'm very needy. I have problems at home." Just so that they don't have to give you anything, they don't have to participate in your life. They don't want to spend on you. They don't want to give you anything. So they create all the possible excuses about how difficult their life is, how difficult their relationships are. I see many people they will have an affair outside and create a false story that, oh, I have a very bad spouse at home, I'm very unhappy in my life, that's why I'm looking for love outside. That's all BS. If you have such a bad spouse, leave them first, then get into another relationship. So these are all the false lies that people do to for their own personal gains. So if you're doing that, where are you lying? Where are you cheating others? Where are you spreading a falsehood for your own selfish gains? You need to stop doing that. That is what is blocking you. Be honest, be truthful, be clear. Lies gets you so far, not too much, right? End of the day, everyone will see through your lies, everyone will see through your falsehood. You can't make a person mad for too long, right? Your lives will fall apart one day. So be aware of that. It's better to build your relationship on truth than on lies. So let's see what lessons you have learned so far. And we have father. Talent for creating and supporting life. Positive guiding light within a tribal unit. So maybe you are a very good father, you have been a very good father figure in your family, you are supporting people, you have taken care of your family, you feel responsible for the people around you, and also your tribe, your friends and relatives or your extended family, you are the one who's taking all the responsibility, taking care of everyone, nurturing everyone, taking care of their needs. So you have taken on a father's responsibility at this time. But somewhere I feel that the positive of this comes to the negative here is that when you become too engrossed in taking care of the people around you, fulfilling your duties towards everyone else, then you become a slave because you are always putting their happiness before yours. You're always putting their requirements before yours. You're always putting their needs before yours. And in that way, you become a slave. You can't make any decision for yourself. You want to rest, but they want to play. So you are forced to play. You don't get the rest. That makes you fall sick. Or you don't get time to do the work you want to. You don't get time to follow your bliss, your happiness, or do things that you want to do for yourself. You don't get time for that because you're always fulfilling other people's needs. You feel like a father who needs to take care of others. We got a very similar card in reading one, which was the Messiah card. So just check it out if that resonates with you. Let's see what other lesson have you learned. And we got detective. This came as a negative trait for group 1. So again, I'm feeling there's a connection between group 1 and group 2. Check it out if you feel called to. Detective says great powers of observation and intuition, desire to seek out the truth. So you have become very observant of late. You have learned to observe people, observe their behaviors, observe things around you. You're also beginning to trust your intuition and you are now desiring to seek the truth. You have somewhere understood this negative and this toxic behaviors that you have. You have realized somewhere this is not working for you. You have realized you're sad, you're feeling miserable, you're feeling hopeless, helpless, you're feeling stuck, and now you feel the need to go deep and find the truth for yourself. Why is this happening? What is your truth? What is the truth of your situation? Why things are happening the way they are? And you have now reading, learning, going deeper within, trusting your intuition to learn the truth, which is a very good thing. We should all know who we are, right? What Look at ourselves, observe ourselves. We always keep blaming others for our sadness, for our disappointments, for our hurt, pain, anger, but somewhere it is our own needs that cause those disasters, those disappointments, right? Our expectations, and those expectations come from our needs. And there are deep seated needs and fears that we have, which we carry through past life, childhood, inner child wounds, which we need to look at and heal within ourselves, right? So that is what I feel you are doing at this time. So let's see, because so many planets are retrograde and they are affecting us very strongly. Let's see which planet is blocking you at this time. And we have Pluto. Your ability to transform, take a big leap forward and rebirth. Pluto is the planet of rebirth, transformation. This is the phoenix rising from the ashes. And somewhere I feel you are finding it difficult to transform. You are stuck somewhere in between. You have learned some truth, but you are still not ready to let go of those old patterns and cycles, that ego that is blocking you, that attachment that is blocking you, that self worth or not feeling good enough, the self confidence. Somewhere those things are still not fully healed within you, and you are still in the healing process. And that's the reason you are not being able to rise up like the phoenix. So pay attention to where the Pluto is in your horoscope. Maybe that is the house that is affected a lot at this time. And allow yourself, maybe you're too stubborn and holding on too tightly to your past, whether it is a job, a house, a relationship, or people around you, or anything else. And if you keep remaining stuck in your old patterns, you will not let them go, those addictions, those patterns, those cycles. You will not be able to transform. And if you won't transform, your life will not transform. You will remain stuck in that Five of Wands energy. So if you have to transform, Pluto supports those, works positive for those people who change quickly, who are ready to adapt to the changing times and the changing ways and the changing people, and who are quick to adapt and change and learn the lessons and move forward. You need to rise fast. You can't be stubborn. You can't be egoistic. Pluto will dig your roots and pull it out of you. Remember, it's a very deep planet. It's a very slow moving planet. It will go deep within you and excavate the roots from of those negative behaviors and dig it out and pull it out. So be adaptable, be positive, and allow the transformation to happen within you. Don't stubbornly hold on to past blockages and past traumas, pains, hurts, blames, victim mentality, all that. Let it all go. Let's see which planet is supporting you at this time. And we have Jupiter. Wow. Your confidence, courage, self belief, and luck. So, luck is on your side, group 2. Jupiter is the planet of luck, it is the guru, it is the planet of expansion, of abundance, of wealth, of the spouse. So, some way Jupiter is supporting you. So, pray to your guru if you have one, or do the mantra of the guru. Om Guruve Nama, the most easy and simple mantra to pray to Jupiter. Jupiter is also the planet of Sagittarius. So see where Sagittarius is in your life, which house it is, that house will get affected. Or if you are a Sagittarius, it will be very strong for you. So this is helping you expand. Jupiter helps you expand, grow, learn your lessons. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom. So the universe is supporting you with giving you the wisdom. They may also send a guru in your life who may teach you the lessons that you need to learn, who will show you the path, who will give you the direction that you should move in. So be open to change. Don't be stuck. That will help you in your life. So let's get an angel message to see how the universe is supporting you at this time. How is the universe supporting you at this time? And you have law of attraction. Relationships and activities that you once enjoyed are now changing as you become more sensitive and aware of energies. Wow. So the law of attraction is working as you are healing, as you are releasing, as you are transforming the old activities that you did that you enjoyed, the old people, the old family members, the old friends that you had fun with, they will no longer resonate with you. You don't resonate with them anymore. You feel disconnected to them because now your spiritual vibration has risen above. I feel that all the time. I meet people, we get along well, and then I'm growing spiritually very quickly. They have not grown so fast, so they just fade out of my life. Those relationships just fade out because they can't keep up spiritually with me, and I'm growing at a different pace. They are growing at a different pace, which doesn't mean they are bad or they're wrong or they are not good enough or whatever. No, we all have our own journey. We all have, maybe I am slow for someone else and they space out of my life. So that's okay. We all have a different path, we all have a different journey, we all have different speeds at which we learn. Everything is divine timing. So, no judgment here, but just that as we move higher on the spiritual level, your tribe keeps changing. Level 1 will have a different tribe, level 2 will have a different tribe, whether it is love relationships, whether it's friends, or even if it's relatives or anything. As you move higher, your tribe will keep changing. So, don't judge people or don't judge yourself for moving away from them. Don't judge them for moving away from you. It is just how the universe works. It's just your vibration that was attracting the different types of people into your life and letting go of the people that are no longer resonating with you at this time. So just go with the flow, move, keep moving forward. Who has to be with you will be with you. Who has to leave your life will leave your life. No judgments here, no attachments here, no guilt here, no shame. That is also important. So let's get one more message to see how the universe is supporting you. And we have yes. Just say yes. Okay. So maybe the universe has been sending you some messages or some people or some relationships or some projects or some jobs that you are not sure of because it is something new or it is different than what you thought earlier. As you grew spiritually, your direction changed, your life path changed, your desires changed, your dreams, ideas also changed. What you were dreaming of at one time, you no longer want to do that now, right? I used to dream of many things, but once I got into the spiritual path, those things don't attract me anymore. Those things are not valuable to me anymore. So your priorities in life change, your important directions of your life, the people of your life, everything changes once you go on the spiritual path. So where have you been blocking yourself because of others, because of feeling a slave, because of this? You have been rejecting this transformation and not saying yes. So the universe is giving you a very big yes confirmation to whatever you have in mind. Maybe that new job that you should take and you're doubting it, say yes to it. The new project, the new business, the new relationship, whatever it is that in your life that you wanted or you were stuck about or you were holding on to tightly and not letting the transformation to happen. The time for your expansion is here. Jupiter is supporting you. So say yes and you will expand beyond your wildest dreams. So let's see what will be the outcome for you from the soul lesson. What will be the outcome for you that will come out of this soul lesson? And we have, wow, a new start is coming, the new moon. And this is same card like the Pluto card. New, this is all about transformation, and this is again about transformation. So you have two cards back to back about transformation and about a new start coming. So I feel that something new has been standing at your door for quite some time and you have not been saying yes to it. So the universe is asking you to say yes and allow that new start to come. Jupiter is pushing you to expand, to lead a positive, wise, spiritual life. Get out of all those toxic behaviors, patterns that you have. Let's get one last card to see the energy of your future. And you have Desert Passage. Trust there is a divine plan. Sometimes we get scared about making choices since you got the slave card and you were scared to make choices. We feel that we will do wrong or we will make a mistake and do something that is not right for us or for someone else. We will hurt others. But remember, there's a divine plan always that is happening. When we let go of things that are weighing heavy on us, that are overwhelming us, that are blocking us, when we are in that conflicted Five of Wands energy, we are so negative within ourselves. We are so burdened within ourselves. We are so overwhelmed within ourselves that we can't do any good to anybody. We don't have the time, energy to do anything good for anyone. We can't be good to anyone. We are always snapping, we are always irritated, we are having high blood pressure, we are having anxiety, we are having 100 other diseases, right? But once we let go of all that, we get out of that clutter, we rise above and understand that this is a divine plan and everything is happening for a reason, for the betterment and highest good of everyone involved. Just because we are moving out of someone else's life doesn't mean that person is doomed. No, they may find someone better than us, right? Someone recently asked me, they wanted to go for a divorce, but they feel that what is the other person's mistake? Why should I divorce them? Because I don't feel connected to them anymore, but that person loves me. So why should I hurt them and why should I be unfair to them? Why should I leave them? That's not fair to them. What is their mistake? And I said the same thing. That's exactly what I want to ask you. What is their mistake? Why do they deserve a person like you who doesn't feel connected to them, who doesn't love them as deeply as you could, who is not honest with them, who's not truthful with them, who's not giving them the time, attention, and emotion that they deserve? Why should they suffer because of you? Let them go. Maybe it will hurt them now for a few days, maybe a few months. They may feel hurt, betrayed because you left them. But you will make space for a beautiful love to enter their life, right? And that way you will be helping them much more than you are doing now, right? You are blocking their abundance, their love also by being in their life and not giving it to them. So set them free and set yourself also free and open yourself both to new love, to new happiness. Don't punish yourself and don't punish them also. You're already punishing them by blocking their abundance and love. Remember, there's always a divine plan for everything. Accept that divine plan. See it from a higher perspective, see the higher picture, and then say yes to a new beginning in your life. A new start is coming. Wonderful cards, group 2. I hope you love these messages. If they did, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much. Take care. All the best. Bye bye. Hello, group 3. All those who chose this selenite tower. This reading is for you. Welcome to the reading. So, let us begin with what soul lesson have you come to learn here? What soul lesson do you need to learn at this time? What is the soul lesson that you need to learn at this time? And we have the Queen of Cups. So, somewhere I feel that the lesson you have to learn is you have been too emotional all your life. You have always given more importance to your emotions, even though it went against logic. You have always given your everything to everyone, been overgiving in your relationships, in your interactions with people, giving more than the other person has been giving you. You don't look at what they are giving you in return, whether they are giving you anything, they are supporting you, they are caring for you, they are nurturing you back. You just keep giving and giving and giving. And that is the lesson I feel that you need to learn is where to draw boundaries. You have to not allow your emotions to affect you. You need to find the balance between your head and your heart, your logic and your intuition. You need to trust your intuition and do the right thing, but also allow people to do the right thing to you. Give in balance. Create your own boundaries. Don't overgive that you feel depleted, you feel empty, you feel lost, you feel uncared. you feel unloved. No. First love for yourself, first care for yourself, first nurture yourself, and then give from that place. Don't give people who are not giving you. Draw your boundaries. Spend so much time, attention, effort in any relationship as much as you are receiving. I'm not saying keep an account and balance the scales all the time, but you know what I mean. You can't just give an ocean where you are receiving a few drops. No. If they're giving you a bucket, okay, you give them two buckets, you give them three buckets, but you can't give them the ocean in exchange. So it has to be equal. They have to come to you with equality. And in every relationship, there are times when one person gives more to the other because the other person is going through a low or going through some challenges. And one person is being the giver, other is receiving, and vice versa. Sometimes you will be not able to give and you will just keep receiving. That is okay. That balances it out. But it can't go on for years together. It can't go on all the time. That you only are giving, you only are doing for others, you only are taking the trouble, you only are doing everything, and the other person is just sitting and receiving. So you need to learn to draw your boundaries. You need to learn to give from a place of balance, is what I'm getting here. And maybe also what I'm getting is when there is turmoil around you, there is disbalance around you, there is conflict around you, how balanced can you be in your emotions? Do you get over emotional and overreactive and over you get angry, or you lash out, you say harsh things? So if that also you have, then you need to find your balance and learn to deal with conflicts with balance, is also what I'm getting here. Don't overreact, learn to respond. So, what cycles have you been repeating in your life that you need to end now? What cycles have you been repeating? And you have the King of Swords. So, what I just said and the same card fell out, that maybe somewhere when you are surrounded by conflicts, or you are things don't happen as per your wish or your emotions, or you feel hurt and pain because of you have given so much, others don't give you back, then you lash out, you feel angry, you distance yourself, you become very cold, you cut people out of your life, you just go into your shelf and become very cold hearted, you stop giving completely, you stop talking completely, or when you speak you become very harsh, you become very rude, you become very angry, and very cutting, your words are very cutting. So these are both extremes of the same, two sides of the same balance, the extreme, giving too much and then cutting them off too much. So don't go in both the extremes. Try to find a balance in between, to give as much as you receive so that you don't feel hurt and then you don't speak harsh things, or you don't be cold and you don't hurt someone else because of how they behaved. Then you will not have any expectations, then you will not feel hurt that they are not giving you. So you need to find a balance between your emotions and your logic, your mind, your heart. Find a balance and learn to speak your truth with love and kindness and compassion. So let's see what shadows are blocking you at this time. What shadows are blocking you at this time? What shadows are blocking you at this time? And we have advocate, embracing negative causes or committing to causes for personal gain. So, somewhere you may be fighting for the wrong things, you may be fighting for the wrong cause because you feel you will gain out of it. You may be saying things and doing things to hurt others and using your sword to cut others just because so that you get something in return, or unnecessarily hurting others to gain something in return. So you are fighting for the wrong cause. There is no need to fight. Understand the situation. Maybe you are taking up the wrong side, or you're taking up a wrong cause and fighting for it, which is not required in the whole situation. In the big picture, it doesn't matter. So pay attention to that. What are you fighting for? What are you arguing for? Let's see one more shadow. And you have mentor, inability to allow the student to move on to the role of master, imparting false instructions. So maybe you are somewhere in the role of teaching someone and helping people, and you don't let them move forward. You're giving them false information. You're not helping them fully. You're not helping them correctly. And that is what is causing you a block. You may be jealous that someone else has moved forward, or you're not helping them in the right way. Or if your students have become more smarter than you or gain more knowledge than you, that affects you in a bad way, and you start trying to put them down and make them feel sorry for it. Are you doing that? Check it out. So let's see what lessons have you learned so far. And we have storyteller, ability to experience and express life through stories and symbols. So maybe you're a good storyteller, you share your stories, you are able to teach people through your stories, and you create blogs, or you write books, or you are able to express yourself through your stories and your symbols, and you help people understand life and grow and share your wisdom through this. That's a good thing. Let's get one more lesson. What else have you learned? And we have shapeshifter, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. Wow. So you have learned to move between the realms. Maybe you have learned to see the truth, and you have grown spiritually. You're learning to move between the realms. You're learning to see the things from a bigger picture, from a higher picture. You have learned to see the positive in everything. You see the goodness in every person and in every situation and in every aspect. You learn to see the good in everything, even in a bad and difficult situation, which is a good thing. That helps you keep positive, that helps you be very motivated and hopeful in the long run. And you also learn to adapt yourself as per different situations in your life. So let's see what planet is blocking you at this time. Which planet is blocking you at this time? Which planet is blocking you at this time? And we have Neptune, your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. So, this is your biggest block, that you live in a dream world. The Queen of Cups is also a card of living in a dream world. She's too much in her emotions, and she's creating a fantasy and yearning and longing for that full cup that she has, the ideal love. So, somewhere you are also living in an illusion. You create a dream in your mind, and you try to fit another people or your situation into that. You look at ideal situations, you feel everything should be perfect, but things are not perfect. People are not perfect. They will have problems, they will have shortcomings, they will be incapable of fulfilling all your needs and desires. So you need to learn to forgive and forget. So look at where you are disconnected from reality, where your longing and yearning is disconnected from reality, where you're not accepting things as they are. Maybe your job or a relationship or a situation has ended or has changed, and you're not ready to accept it. And you keep living in the fantasy that no, this will happen, I will get that job back, I will get that money back, I will get that person back. So you're living in that illusion. So you need to get out of that illusion and live more in the reality. So let's see which planet is assisting you at this time. And we have the moon, which is the card of emotions, the unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. The moon is helping you. You are able to see your shadow. You are able to look at your darkness. You are able to learn the lessons and move between these realms, the higher and lower realms. You are ready to see your mistakes, you're ready to see your illusions, you're ready to see your shadow self, where you have been negative, where you have been wrong, where you are repeating cycles and patterns. You're looking at yourself, you're looking at your unconscious behaviors, you're looking at where you have been oversensitive to people's behaviors, where your inner emotions have not been in control or balance, and where your responses have been very hurtful and very harsh or rude and challenging, and how you are reacting to people, how you are responding to people's situations, behaviors, your patterns. You're looking at it, and currently the moon is helping you to look at your shadow self. The moon is all about going within our shadow self and working on it, rising above it, healing our shadow side, the inner, healing our inner self, healing our inner child. Having shadows and cycles and subconscious behaviors is all because of a past life or inner child traumas and pains and hurts. These are the coping mechanisms that we use. There is nothing wrong or bad in it. But now, as we grow older and we learn, we grow spiritually, we need to learn and look at these shadows. That's what we are coming here for. That's what the planets are assisting us. That's what the current earth of energy is doing, is helping us raise our consciousness so that we can see our patterns, cycles, soul lessons, and grow spiritually, grow out of them, break those cycles, patterns, and rise above, right? Let's see how the universe is supporting you at this time. And the angel says solar plexus chakra. It is safe for you to be powerful and take charge of your life in positive ways. So maybe somewhere because of your emotions, you have given your power away to others. You have always allowed others to rule you, others' behaviors to decide how you do, what you do, when to do, how to do, or to take your life decisions. You have depended on other people. You have not taken control of your life. You have felt less. You have lacked self worth, self love, self confidence. You have always felt dominated by other people's behaviors. You have felt affected by other people's behaviors. You wanted to prove yourself good to others. You want to prove yourself right to others. So, all that shadows you are seeing and how your behavior affects these needs and emotions affect you, and how you have been creating shadows for yourself. So now you are learning, and as you learn, you see your power, you gain more confidence, you become spiritually, you rise above spiritually, and Archangel Michael is helping you. You feel safe now to be powerful. You realize that it is your life and you have been allowing other people's behaviors to affect you. And now you stop it and you gain control of your life. Your solar plexus chakra is becoming stronger and you are gaining confidence and self worth. This is the Manipur chakra that has become strong. You have gained your confidence back, you have gained your self worth back, your self love. And that's a great thing. The universe is helping you to become stronger in yourself. Wow. So let's get one more card on how the universe is helping you. And we have get grounded. Empaths, high sensitives connect with nature. So you may be an empath and a highly sensitive. The Queen of Cups is a very emotional, sensitive person, and you may have been that all your life. So you could feel other people's emotions even if they didn't say anything to you. You could feel their sadness, you could feel their hurt, you could feel their pain, you could feel their anger, rejection, and that made you very sensitive and emotionally disbalanced inside. And to protect yourself, you may have become the king of swords, very harsh and very cut off from everyone. You isolated yourself, you became alone. But now the universe is asking you to find a middle path. They are supporting you. Ground your energies. It's very important for empaths and emotional and sensitive people to ground your energies. So grounding can be done by walking bare feet on grass, sand, mud, or hugging a tree. That also helps. So do grounding regularly. Ground your energies, balance your emotions. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Find that balance between your mind and your heart, your logic and your emotions. Balance between your yin and yang, the masculine and feminine energies. When we are too much in our masculine energies, that is also not good because you become too egoistic, too stubborn, too aggressive, and too materialistic. And when you become too 3D, so and when you are too much in your feminine energy, like the Queen of Cups, then you become overly emotional, overly sensitive, overly empathetic, and overly nurturing, giving, and not taking self care, not doing what is good for you, no boundaries, allowing people to use you, allowing people to take advantage of you. That is also bad. So we need to bring a balance between our masculine and feminine energies. There should be a balance of masculine and feminine, yin and yang, mind and heart. When you ground yourself, that will help you bring that balance. Beautiful. So let's see what will be the outcome of this cycle for you. What will be the outcome of this healing cycle for you? And we have be bold and make the first move, the cardinal moon. So if there is a situation in your life a relationship or a job or a business that you wanted to start and you haven't, or you're scared to do it, then the universe is asking you to be bold and make the first move. Don't be scared of the outcome. Be confident. The universe has healed your solar plexus chakra, so be confident, be bold, be courageous in your life, and take the action that needs to be taken. Let's finally get one more card to see the energies for your future. Wow, we got miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So you can expect some beautiful miracles to come into your life. That is so, so beautiful, Group 3. I'm so happy for you. Once you heal yourself, you find this balance. Trust me, the universe will bring miracles into your life. You are on the verge of a new beginning, the verge of a new start. We are all at the threshold. Transformation, changes, goodness coming into our life, expansion coming into our life. But to bring all these miracles and these lessons, we need to learn our lessons, be confident, be strong, be in our power. Once you take your power back from the world, you take your power back from any situation, person, place, or situation that you have given it away to, you feel empowered, you feel that self love, that self confidence, that self worth. Unless you won't value yourself, no one else will. So, first, you need to find your worth, you need to find yourself, love, and care for yourself. Then the miracles will start happening into your life. Wow. So this was this beautiful reading for you, Group 3. I hope you liked it. If it resonated with you, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye bye.